Loud Whine, just as dangerous, 6 and 3. Our maps and modes tonight are going to be Capture the Flag, Aquarius, as you see right now, Slayer Solitude, Strongholds Recharge, Oddball Streets, and then Slayer Aquarius to end our best of 5. If we get there, Loud Whine's going to be fighting against I gotta say, a final boss of a team here on Flippers Down for them being 8-0. Let's see how we get started.
Yeah, 8-0, definitely an intimidation factor there when you're going into the championship and you're seeing that's the competition. But I think there's still, a lot riding here on this one. CTF Aquarius is such a great equal map and mode that really, kind of gives these teams a real chance to kind of feel the other one out and see what kind of match it's going to be.
I love Aquarius. It used to be one of my least favorite maps, but now I'm starting to just appreciate it more and more. The more I play on it, the more I love it, and the more I love Capture the Flag on it. And right now it does seem that Loud Whine does have their first pull. It is going to be D-Lac and teammate who are going to be trying to keep this flag here in their base and not let it get too far. And it does seem that Flippers Down is going to try to keep their flag from getting at least across map, but it doesn't get very far here, as it does seem Stress is going to be able to slide it into base, and Loud Whine is going to take that first cap on this map here. And Manny, what do you think this map is going to be like for the rest of this game?
Yeah, tough to say. We got an early cap here within the first couple minutes of the game here, so it's a 5-flag CTF for a reason here. Just based off what we're seeing off the rip, it could be a high-scoring affair, as Loud Whine already pushing all the way up into their spawns. And the last time I was casting Super Piggy, I watched him go 18-0 on CTF Argyle, so look to him to make some plays.
We're looking for everything to go right. Loud Whine up 1. I don't know how easy of a flag run we could get off. I mean, besides the one we had the last one. But Loud Whine does have a little bit of momentum here, and it is going to be a little bit of a fight here for mid-map control. Flippers Down's going to push up and try and grab your flag here, and Loud Whine's trying to keep themselves as aggressive as they can without losing numbers. And as I say that, it is Flippers Down who take down 2, and Loud Whine doing a very good job of getting really good picks and playing good defense.
Yeah, Flippers Down, they're 8-0 on the season here. Might be, facing some unusual adversity, in terms of a match this season. And, it's good that, they're kind of getting it here in the championship match, as Loud Whine not scared of their 8-0 record, getting the 1-0 lead, and honestly just kind of having their way right now, going across the map back and forth, getting some flag pulls. And yeah, who knows what we'll end up with here.
It's still anybody's game. It's still early, and just like Manny said, you never know what we're going to end up here. And right now it is going to be D-Lac trying to push in and try to do some damage. We're going to go for a ninja, but get taken down. 2 dead for Flippers Down. Mean a failed push here into Loud Whine's base. We just want to get a touch onto the flag. Alfwin finds himself a pick, a perfect from that BR. Finds a teammate to the respawn screen, but it is going to be Poldark who finds himself cleaning up that kill. Stress finds a perfect as well. I do believe QT comes up in a few short seconds, and Loud Whine doesn't have to do too much. They could choose to play defense, or they could choose to go for a pull. A good trade out of Stress there. 2 down for Loud Whine, meaning that Flippers Down could get themselves another pick, which they do. Pushing up, maybe getting a touch, but it seems we're all just a little bit far.
Yeah, starting to make a move here. It looks like Flippers Down able to get a couple down against Loud Whine here. They could get the next 2 down, as they're already pushed all the way up into their base. 2 other teammates of Flippers Down coming in and cleaning up the back of Yellow, and they're in a position here to get a pull, as they're able to get 2 down here off the jump.
Is anybody going to check their back?
Rook here just falling into one and getting the double kill. Way to stay with it. And giving his team a good spot here. They're going to be able to get a good flag pull here as he gets the 3rd kill. Oh no, just a trade here in the bottom of plan here.
A good trade, though, allowing his teammate to possibly, get himself in a position to touch, which they do. The flag for Flippers Down does get returned. Loud Whine's flag is at the bottom of the base there, trying to get all the way home with it as Flippers down, tying up the game. But it is stressed with the counter pull that gets it to blue table. The nades go flying, and it's as chaotic of a flag run as you can imagine, as it's a 2v1 on the map right now.
Yeah, and 3 go down for Loud Whine as Flippers down here get the return. They tie the game up here, 1-1. Rook getting the trade out in the middle, and Loud Whine right now gonna be basically in the back of their spawn looking trying to get back that map control as they're pushing out here out of connector into car 3 side, but one gets picked off. They have a couple over here trying to push over the dynamos, but yeah, it's gonna be a back and forth map here. Now we're cooking with some heat now, 1-1.
Let them cook, 1-1. We definitely want to see another flag run on the board for both sides, but it is Loud Whine that does have the first pick. D-Lac gets sent to the respawn screen. Deucio is going to push up, find another pick onto Ifwin. That also gets an assist across map. 2 down for Flippers down once again means that Deucio is going to be able to push up into base. Find the back of Z-Lac once again. We're going to pull out that commando for a few extra points of damage here, but we're going to roll a +5 on getting away from the line of damage here. And we're going to play our life with the commando and that BR. We do find ourselves in a fist fight and we lose it, but Poldark is there to clean it up.
Yeah, Rook here creeping his way through, certainly sitting at 18-10, leading the way for Slays in the lobby as he's starting to creep into the enemy's base here. And they're going to be looking to try to get some flag pulls. Someone spots him out in the back of the base and they shut down that push. As another one of his teammates rolls in and says he wants some more, able to get the trade, but not able to clean it up.
This is a chaotic game of capture the flag. I feel like this might be as chaotic as it can get. Sometimes you feel like maybe the comms on each team are kind of going, is this supposed to be happening this way? And it's now Loud Whine that is 3 down, leaving Super Piggy all alone. Maybe they can, you know, wrangle in some Piggy energy, maybe from that LVT team we saw at Worlds this last season here. Alfwin is going to be running the flag to home base, but does get taken down. The teammates are there to kind of redeem that takedown, but it is going to be Loud Whine who kind of has the aggression here, and now the pick, and we're going to get the return and get your flag across the map, and it's now looking grim as there's really not much you can do as they take it to their base.
Yeah, Flippers down, looking like they're in a spot there to kind of take the lead, but Loud Whine with the counter, pull, and kill, and they're going for a relay here. They're really in a kind of a flow state here, just in terms of the way they're able to kind of help each other out. And honestly, I'm just kind of thrown off because it's been a minute since we've done the BRs a bit. The pace of the game definitely speeds up a lot faster with the BR compared to the Bandit.
I definitely love the Bandit. It fits my playstyle. I don't care for the extremely quick, fast-paced gameplay, and right here, this is extremely fast POV. Those whips and turns. We have a commando in our back pocket. And now we're going to push up into the base of Flippers down. Hopefully we have a few teammates pushing up with us, but right now it does seem we're all on our lonesome. We do seem to check our back, realize that maybe it's better to play some support role. We get the cleanup as we rotate back into our own base here. So 3v3 on the map as we take some damage as well. Get taken to the respawn screen. A good kill when we come back, but now there might just be a flag pull on the enemy side, but it does seem to be that fight over mid-map once again.
Yeah, the fight over the mid-map has been back and forth. They're Stress able to get a kill, and then he gets picked off. It seems like nobody's really getting a numbers advantage like for an extended period of time. But as soon as I say that, 3 go down for Loud Whine. It's Alfwin here looking to kill the 4th one. Now they've got some respawners in the back of the base. What a respawn by Stress as he gets the double kill and basically shuts down that flag run and, you know, can potentially stop them from actually getting another point.
Right now, Loud Whine's trying to intimidate Flippers down, saying you might be 8-0 in this season, but we are going to give you a run for your money. This first game isn't going to be easy, but it is Loud Whine that sees 2 down, and it's going to be Flippers down pushing up, maybe trying to get their hands onto your flag, get themselves a tied-up game. There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock here, so really, it still is anybody's game. We're going to get the cleanup on Distress. Hopefully, Super Piggy doesn't have the same fate, but the assist comes through from the side of D-Lac, and now it's 3 down for Loud Whine, and it's a stressful situation for Loud Whine as the last player in the back here. Pole Dart gets taken down for a killing spree from I'm Just Casual, and he's gonna try to get the touch onto the flag, and the distant last minute touch does come through, and it's a dangerous situation for Flippers Down.
Yeah, it's a bad spot to be in right now, but they're able to put some damage down, and they're basically making them have to inch the flag across the map. It looks like they're able to get through into the back of the base. Super Piggy here for a cross to maybe shut it down, but he stops him at the goal line. Someone's gonna fly in here though. Yeah, that's tough.
It's tough, but it's tied, and that's exactly what we want. It's game 1. The momentum is really starting. This is like that 30-point kill mark in Slayer where the game really is just now starting. This is where the fire underneath these players is starting to really apply pressure, and they're starting to feel the burn. The clock is your #1 enemy here. You don't want to see that overtime. We have just enough time for a good pull. Ducio in the base of Loud Whine, trying to see where our enemy is going to be coming from. Does end up getting taken down. 3 down for Loud Whine means that I'm Just Casual is going to get at least across base, across map with this flag, and now it does seem that he's going to bring it into home base, and it does look grim for Loud Whine. If they can't stop this, it's going to be Flippers Down with the win if we can't get a last minute flag run.
Yeah, I'm Just Casual coasting his way on cruise control all the way in there to take the 1-point lead. As we're coming down to the last 30 seconds here, all they're going to have to do here is kind of stop one last desperate push here from Loud Whine, as time, as you said, is not on their favor.
I'm scared, and as the clock just keeps ticking, Flippers Down is sitting with their last minute flag cap, their last minute choice there to run that flag. And as we get closer and closer to the end of this game, it's just proving why Flippers Down is definitely that final boss team to worry about, because they are 8-0 in this season. A sudden death flag return could mean the end of this game, but it also could mean a tie, but it does seem to be return, meaning that Flippers Down is going to take this first game. Look at the bracket, as Loud Whine took a loss from Flippers Down, taking them to the losers bracket. Then they won against First Minion in the lower bracket, which was only one game that they had in that losers bracket to make it to their way here in our Chumps. So it is that rematch. You know they are angry, and right now Flippers Down has that 1-up advantage, but it is a game of 5, or a best of 5.
Yeah, it's a best of 5, and anything can happen, as it looks as if the battle for Sniper here is taking place over here in the back of benches, as the other team spawning up and pushing through dip, kind of pushing over through yard there as they kind of get the picks. And we were seeing this a lot in the CTF there. Not really a numbers advantage for any one side, and so far here, as soon as one goes down for one team, usually one goes down for the other.
The Sniper in the hands of Rook. We do find ourselves a dangerous force to be reckoned with. It is 7-4, like you said. Flippers Down has a hot start, and definitely a hot skin on that Sniper. It looks nice. I like the body kit on it as well. I'm Just Casual finds themselves down on the respawn screen, and with a little pick from Loud Whine, it doesn't seem like they're going to push up out of A very much. It's going to force themselves to kind of stay in yard, and it's still early in the game. 1 bullet to work with in the Sniper, and it's getting closer and closer to looking like a tied situation.
Yeah, 3 go down for Loud Whine as Flippers Down kind of start to increase their lead there just bit by bit as both teams are going back and forth. Loud Whine now stuck over here on Snipers. They're getting pushed on from loop and getting crossed from top flowers. Just a ton of damage coming in. And I think we were just seeing a lot of that in the first one too. Just Flippers Down, whenever you see one of them, usually another one of the teammates has the other angle, and they're just kind of spraying your direction, and it's not a good place to be.
Yeah, definitely not a good place to be. And another not very good place to be, Manny, is you're, down, 7 or 8, and the team seems like they're starting to branch farther and farther away with their lead, like Flippers Down is doing right now, making it seem like we might be in for a clean sweep and not so much that game 5 treat. But right now it is I'm Just Casual in a gunfight across map with Gravlift. It's a 7-point game. D-Lac looks like he's about to see the respawn screen as well, and Loud Whine brings them closer and closer to maybe tying up this game as Camo comes right up.
Yeah, and for Flippers down right now, Rook 8-4, and I'm just casual 9-2. The two of them are just kind of popping off here, and you have to think that's that momentum carrying over from the last one. You know, that's just a great feeling to have. You know, that last minute clutch flag for the win. Then you come into Slayer, and you just kind of you're feeling good. Your shot's on, and you know that you could win this, and they proved it all season. So we'll see how they do here in the championship.
It's looking like maybe a story told before in our championship. Flippers down playing like a brute force. I'm just casual, and Rook definitely slaying the heck out. And with 2 down for Loud Whine, 2 down for Flippers down, it's kind of a 2v2 tied situation on the map, but Flippers down is just snowballing away with that lead, allowing themselves comfortability to take trades and take some unaccounted for kills and some uncontested pushes here, but the sniper in the hands of I'm Just Casual, it's full, it's looking for a victim, and it's going to bite you. 2 down for Flippers down means that he's going to have to rotate out. Are we going to be able to take this from him?
Yeah, pivotal battle here. He keeps his sniper, wins the pivotal 1v1 as he kind of escapes the damage. He's got a almost rip the head off dip and finishes the kill there. Yeah, I'm Just Casual. He's, you know, his namesake fits him. Yeah.
You know, just a few bullets to work with, get taken down. The sniper's definitely going to switch No, I lied. I'm gonna lie to you at the moment, as they kind of just ignored the shit out of that sniper there in Hotel. That's a extremely powerful weapon on the map, and that definitely could mean bringing you back to the lead. But you know, I'm just a silly girl and I don't play games. I'm just here yelling at you while you play it. We're gonna ignore the sniper that's in Hotel. 31 to 23. Flippers down is just pulling away with their lead, and Loud Whine seems to just be ignoring crucial pieces of equipment on the map.
Yeah, I think they're kind of really bunched up here in the back of yard. They keep finding him in spots, in tight spots here, as Rook looking to go for that triple kill. Don't blame him there for staying in the fight and trying to rip it off. But yeah, they're just kind of moving throughout the map all together and putting pressure on the spawns of Loud Whine. So yeah, Loud Whine, the turtling strategy, they kind of have to spread out and take some more space and angles in order to get back into the Slayer game.
Are they going to be able to get back into it? You kind of have to be in it to get back into it. And right now it does seem like this game 2 in the series is kind of snowballing out of the hands of Loud Whine and into the sticktacular plates of Flippers down. But it is Loud Whine who does pull out of that sticktacular range closer and closer. I do believe you have to hit that 31 kill point. So we have hit that. It is a 7-point game still, and Loud Whine trying to keep themselves in finds themselves in a bad spot from an overkill from I'm Just Casual and a little bit of celebration. He's like, you goofy little goobers, forget my sniper. I'm gonna take down all 4 of you. Back pocket full of thrust is going to push into yard with teammate, finding 3 enemy teammates. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Loud Whine getting trapped in the back of Hotel there, and nobody gets the call out of Casual sneaking around the backside, and he picks up that overkill casually, of course. And Loud Whine itself, yeah, they're really packed in here, and it could work, you know, if they're all on the same page and focusing the same guy, but it seems as if they might be focusing the one guy, you know, missing just the guy creeping around the corner and just getting the flank, and it's kind of biting him in the ass right now.
Biting him in the ass, biting him wherever, you know, just, can I get a little nibble here and there, maybe? You know what I'm saying? 2 down, 4, now 3, now 4, an unofficial overkill for the side of Flippers down is just excruciating to watch for Loud Whine, as they're absolutely getting wrecked on this game 2 here, keeping it at a constant 6-7 to 10-point lead for Flippers down, showing extreme aggression, showing why they are 8-0 in this series here. Loud Whine is going to have to play this next game in this series completely perfectly together, completely different, to find themselves in a position to bring them back in this series.
Yeah, and I think if you're Loud Whine,
our first 2 games, you know, I wouldn't say by storm, but they have definitely been a hard team to battle here. And as we get started, it does seem that Flippers down's going to try to rotate to that shock rifle. This one might just be a long game of back and forth, or it could be a 0 to 200, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it really could be, especially with the way that last game ended, and I'm sure, if you're Loud Whine, you kind of just give a sigh of relief as soon as that one closes up, so you can kind of start new here on Recharge Solitude. Loud Whine, they're going to have to really kind of control that space on the map from distance. This is what it's all about here in Strongholds. What points are you holding, and what angles of the map, and what crosses do you have for each other, and I think they have that in their bag. They proved it on CTF. They just got to kind of get back on that same page.
I want a page out of Flippers Down's book. Just, I just want to be able to take notes and get as good as they are. I want to be able to go possibly that 9-0 in the series and have a very clean season for being a mixed team here, but it is going to be kind of a tied up game here as it is 18-11. No one really has any real time on the board here, but A and B are going to fall into the hands of Loud Whine. And as I say that, it's a switch back, and B almost gets switched back to the side of Flippers Down. But we are going to tie this game up, and Loud Whine's going to try to continue taking this lead.
Yeah, Loud Whine here. You're seeing just multiple teammates kind of working together and making really strong pushes. They're not just capping it with one of them. You'll see two of them on there, and they're getting a lot of these fast captures, and it's really like flipping it on its head a little bit as they're kind of able to really work against the aggro Flippers Down. They're catching the guys that are pushing way out in space, and they're picking them off, and it's how they've taken a lead here early on in Strongholds.
We definitely want to see a good lead early on. It kind of sets you up for those Strongholds is fun. I love it because, early game, you have one team who has that really early lead, and sometimes you see a team who starts off extremely strong get comfy and lose their footing, and then a team like Flippers Down, who right now might be, kind of the underdog in this situation, we might be counting them out just a tiny bit. We want Loud Whine to kind of bring themselves back here, but Loud Whine could lose their footing at any chance, and if they have a good early on lead, it gives a little leeway for those oopsies. But we're still pretty early on at the beginning of this game, so we still have a lot to work with here, as it is again a tied situation. And I think we were right, Manny. It's kind of back and forth. It's not going to be that clean sweep we thought we were going to get.
Back and forth basically the whole way here. It's hard to believe how long we're in this game and how little the score is at the moment, but yeah, every single point here is just highly contested, and the competitiveness of both these teams is just really fun to watch, especially for the championship. You can tell both these teams want to win it, and both storylines are great. Flippers Down potentially going undefeated with a mixed team. That's pretty impressive. They might be saying to themselves, hey, maybe we should team up on this next season. And then Loud Whine, they've proven that they face adversity throughout the season, and they're going to bring it to you if you're not paying attention.
You gotta pay attention, especially in Strongholds, and a lot of players and a lot of teams might be taking a little bit of acknowledgement, a few notes out of the quadrant book of Strongholds here. And I have noticed, a few people changing the way they play Strongholds, playing a little bit more precise, a little bit more uniformity when it comes to playing as that team. And right now it is going to be Loud Whine who has a little bit more of that teamwork here. A and C is that unconventional hold that seems to be working, as Flippers Down keeps trying to possibly push for that A and B hold here. But it is going to be, again, Flippers Down who are down in numbers, and Loud Whine finally hits that triple-digit score here. It's 103-54. Loud Whine has control of A and B. Flippers Down have to push out of C, but it's looking grim as they now have 3 dead.
Yeah, Loud Whine, right now they're firing on all cylinders now. They go past the triple-digit mark. They were just holding that AC hold down and basically outnumbering Flippers Down whenever they went for the little corner cap. And it really paid off for them there, as soon as they were able to get the numbers advantage, Loud Whine swooped in on B and captured it. And now they're kind of just, they're running across the map and looking the way Flippers Down was looking in that Slayer match, the one we just saw.
Yeah, definitely looking a lot different, and they're looking to not lose the series very cleanly swept. You know what I mean? And Flippers Down was definitely looking to take this as maybe a 3-0 series. 3 of the team of Loud Whine finds their backs to Alfwin here, and it does seem that the nade comes through. 3 are down for Loud Whine, and it's Flippers down with a dangerous triple cap here. 70 points on the board for Loud Whine. They need to tie it up with 133, so they need to play a little close together, at least give Loud Whine one stronghold to work with here so they can easily hold the 2. We kind of have any to work with as the side of Loud Whine. It's just trying to push out and find anything. They do find themselves in triple digits now, and B seems to be switching hands.
You know, as soon as we mentioned it, Loud Whine getting off to, you know, a commanding lead here. Flippers down, maintaining a triple cap now for almost an entire minute, and now they're creeping on taking the lead and just flying past Loud Whine here on the strongholds.
Just when I didn't think that Flippers down was going to actually bring themselves back, it's like I said earlier, Manny, it's that point of the game where the team that has that early on lead, or maybe that kind of early on lead, has an oopsies, and a team like Flippers down is going to bank shot off of that, and they're going to try and take what they can, give them an inch. They're going to take at least 6 or 7 miles, and right now it is going to be the 6 or 7 miles that gets Flippers down the lead here. A is going to switch hands to Flippers down as C switches back hands to Loud Whine. B and C in the hands of Loud Whine means that they're going to be 4 points away. B is going to switch hands to Flippers down. D-Lax going to try to stay alive here and try to finish this B stronghold while defending his teammates. It doesn't seem like Loud Whine gets a pick. It's 2 down for Loud Whine. Now 2 down for Flippers down. It's a back and forth situation, and Manny, I can't keep up.
I was just gonna see how long you were going, but yeah, definitely back and forth here. As essentially, if you're looking down at the bottom, as soon as we mention who has the main 2 points, they're already being captured and swung the opposite direction here, and both teams are just flying at each other here. As soon as somebody on the other team is touching one of the points, you're gonna see somebody flying in your face, essentially.
Yeah, definitely aggressive and definitely in your face here. Flippers down. It seems like that aggro play style from them keeps getting them back into this game just a little bit, because Loud Whine's trying to be that like chess play style here, trying to take your position, stop your spawns here, but Flippers down are kind of out of their spawn before they get a chance to kind of block those spawns. So it's a back and forth situation, as it is Flippers down now with almost 4 dead, but they do hit that 200 point mark. Loud Whine's kind of losing their footing as they try to take back B. They do have A. Can we get those extra 50 some odd points on the board here to tie up this game? And I mean, Manny, I do believe they're very capable of it.
Yeah, very capable of it. You know, they have their season on the line here. You know, they're looking at a deficit here. They have 144, 145 at the moment to 200, but they have had the shock rifle there. That was a crucial, pivotal moment right there in the bottom of Whirlpool. But yeah, Loud Whine, they have to believe that they have a chance to get in it here, because they essentially have their backs on the wall here.
The backs are definitely on the wall here, and right now this shock rifle needs to shock us and get us a few kills, but it is going to do just a little bit of a scare tactic for the side of Flippers down, keeping the push from Loud Whine a little at bay here. It is going to go to A. We're going to have a little help with our teammate here in Whirlpool. 2 are going to fall for Loud Whine, but A is going to switch hands. The shock rifle, it's a chain reaction double kill from Rook here. That's exactly the piv kill we need to switch A back into our hands and continue to take this lead and possibly take this game. But as we say that, it does get returned. The trade comes through for the killing spree, but A is still in the hands of Loud Whine.
Yeah, good resilience from Loud Whine. You know, that's one of those moments there. A chain reaction, snipe, double kill on the top of A, you know, might close the door, but Loud Whine says, nah, we're still in this thing. You know, they're Rocky Balboa going into the 14th round. And, yeah, it's impressive to watch here, and, you know, props to Loud Whine.
Big props to Loud Whine, especially when a team like Flippers down took that map control from you and took the lead from you. The back smack comes from I'm Just Casual to possibly take back C. There doesn't seem to be that contested, but it is Ducio who does end up trying to push that bottom control position. C switches hands to Flippers down, but it is going to be Loud Whine going for a triple cap. Camo is going to be up in about 10 seconds as I speak. It's going to be a battle for C. It's going to be a battle for a position to better get camo as well here as we tie up this game.
Yeah, great pushes here for the triple cap. So as they're pushing out there, they're keeping flippers down in the back of C here. So even if they go down, they know they're going to spawn back on the 2 points they have of A and B. But I'm just casual here, getting camo, which could make this B cap a lot easier.
Oh, I thought he was going to get away there for a second, but he is going to get called out. You know he's going to get cross-mapped there. Batteries is a dangerous spot to be in. Loud Whine's desperating, trying to continue the lead. B's going to try and switch hands. Gets reset. A and B in the hands of Loud Whine. Now see a triple cap situation as they're trying to fight back for A. They do end up getting taken down. It's Flippers down who needs to make a desperate attempt to take B or C from the side of Loud Whine. Do we see them do it?
Tough to say right now. It's going to be the battle here over at B. There's a shock rifle in B, keeping them back into C. But 3 go down for Loud Whine as the Flippers down and starting to chip away here with this AC hold. Loud Whine's going to spawn in the back of gold. They might get trapped at B and not be able to get to one of these corners.
Manny, I'm absolutely about to shit my pants. Just when you think this game is over, it is not over. A and C back into the hands of Loud Whine. They just need 10 seconds now, 5 seconds on the board to take this game, and it does seem that Loud Whine is going to do it. They are going to keep themselves in this series, and they aren't going to give Flippers down a chance to clean sweep them just yet. And it is that oddball. It is going to be streets, and this opening break is going to be all about those rockets.
Yeah, it's great just to see the 2 different play styles that you've like mentioned throughout. You know, Loud Whine is that more strategic chess move kind of team, whereas Flippers down has kind of got the aggro switch on, and when it's on, it's dangerous. But Loud Whine just kind of playing a little bit more strategic, and that's how they were able to pull away that strongholds. And look to see them do it again here on Oddball as they already creep out to an early lead.
Definitely want to see an early lead be creeped out for Loud Whine. I want to see a game 5. I think Slayer Aquarius, like returning into that Aquarius game, it was chaotic for Capture the Flag, but I just absolutely would love to see it be our game 5, and I want to see our game 5, but right now Loud Whine is definitely on our side, trying to help us see that game 5. Earn early 25 seconds on this map here is going to say, hey, Flippers down, you know, you made it this far, your fight's not over, and we're going to completely give you a run for your money, as they almost put 50 seconds on the ball.
Yeah, they're creeping in here on the 50 seconds as they're able to hold it down in C, and 2 go down for each side here. So we'll look to see who's going to rotate here. He's just going to go for the reset, it looks like, and throw it bottom mid. Teammates there at C steps kind of help him lay damage, but Flippers down now is going to be in a great spot to get that ball, potentially get the upcoming rockets, and hold it down in the back of C here and answer back with points of their own.
Yeah, definitely want to see that answer back. But before we even mention that, a big shout out to Tyra Snipes for the 5 gifted to the community. They've gifted a total of 10 subs this season to the channel. So big shout out to Tyra. Thank you for competing this season. And congratulations for taking a victory this season. A champion in my book, and a beautiful one at it. I mean, you guys are definitely lucky if you've gotten to take a look at Tyra. Love the way the Tyra plays, the sniper shots. I have played a lot of ranked snipers and some late night games with Tyra because they do live across that pond, I believe. So a big shout out to our other champions. But it is seeming like Loud Whine is taking this first round of oddball by sweep. But as I say, that 3 down for Loud Whine means they have to play that ball. Rockets are flying back and forth, and Flippers down find themselves finally getting a grab on it as they finally have a position in that top subway.
Yeah, and top of subway there, they got a guy up there on top balcony and bottom C as well. They're turtled up in there, looking to see where is Loud Whine going to be pushing from. They collect some intel there on this push into driveway, and Casual's sitting there ready, but he gets picked off, and Loud Whine looks like they're going to be able to get in here and stop them from milking the clock.
Milk the clock. Is it chocolate milk or is it strawberry milk?
Tough to say at this point. I think it kind of just depends whether or not it's a victory one, or maybe, you know, a defeat one, or a championship one. You know, pick your variety, really.
Definitely. I definitely feel like I'm a chalky milk kind of girl. I definitely I definitely love me some chalky milk, and I do apologize, Tyra. I forgot that you definitely told me you lived in Canada, and you are just a degen. I do apologize. The stickies are flying out of the hands of Super Piggy as he does fly to the respawn screen. I'm just casual, finds the back turn to stress. The extra ball time is worth it, you know, not any damage, as we do find a few extra seconds on the oddball. We're gonna team up with our teammate here, grab the oddball, find our way out, but rockets up in 10 seconds means that maybe now is the time to switch the battle to maybe a mid-map position, put themselves up in a better way to grab these rockets, but it is going to be all down for Loud Whine. That means that Rook's going to grab oddball. The rest of Flippers Down's going to figure out who's going to grab those rockets, and it is I'm Just Casual with 2 rockets to work with, and let's see exactly what he does with these rockets.
Oh,
my
man.
freaking god.
That's so unfortunate. Oh man, you know, instead of a double kill, he walked away with a self-destruction. Pivotal play there as 3 go down for Flippers Down, and that's going to cost him here as they just got a 1-point lead in this round. And Stressed able to get into the flank, and he's going to give his team the C-spawn. And I don't know, what do you say to your teammates after a
Just like that? Rockets down Arc Street. We don't want to talk about it. I'm Just Casual looking for a double kill, finds himself dead on his own, and it's just looking a little grim here, but the game isn't too far out of the way. But you know, you gotta give it to I'm Just Casual. We have seen a bunch of good plays here, but you have been caught on live camera, 4K HD, -100 self-destruction.
No worries. And last season I was in my division's championship game, and I stuck my teammate, and it almost like cost us like the end. So I've been there, and it was caught on stream. So we've all been there. We've all made some mistakes. But Flippers Down though, they may cost, you know, that may potentially cost them this first round here. But we've seen that they're like not down and out by any stretch of the mind, you know. In that CTF game, it kind of seemed like Loud Whine was controlling it throughout, and they answered back at the end for a clutch cap. So they could do the same here.
We definitely want to see maybe that same type of play style come through here. Rockets up in 10 seconds, ball played, and now reset in the ATMs here. And now we have a little bit of a pick, but Alfwin gets cleaned up, and it's going to be Deuce who picks up the oddball. I wasn't sure who picked up the rockets, but it doesn't quite matter. But the fumble does come through. The fumble does come through, and it is going to be Stressed with the rockets that possibly... Oh, it is going to allow them to pick up the ball. The fumble doesn't come through, and they take the first round by just a few seconds.
Tight one at the end. Tight one at the end. You know for sure I'm Just Casual is probably going to be trying to get these rockets here for some redemption time going into round 2, but you know, props to Loud Whine with Poldark and UCO with 14 kills each, kind of leading the slays for their team, while Stressed is picking up the majority of the objective
oh no.
workload.
I've got PTSD with these rockets, and I'm Just Casual's hands. Can we make something happen with it? We do see a little bit of damage come through. Not a self-destruct. We got lucky this time. We did miss a show. I don't think I bought enough tickets for that one. I'm Just Casual's gonna grab the bulldog, grab the oddball, rotate the heck out of dodge, but the first amount of early time means that Flippers Down gets kind of a good amount of setup time. The teammates are going to push from purple. We do have purple side a little uncontested for 3 down 4. Loud Whine means that that last player there kind of has to run away and play their life a little more. I'm Just Casual picks that oddball right back up, and it does seem that Flippers Down is going to set themselves up early in the second round.
Yeah, they're already crossing the 30-second mark here in round 2. Loud Whine yet to get a chance to get some time on the clock, but it looks as if this push here through Cafe and mid might get some trades going. 3 up for both sides, but it looks as if this is the time here where they answer back with some points of their own.
Loud Whine took a really good first round off of Flippers Down, a team that's 8-0 in our season here, so we definitely want to see Loud Whine play at that calm, work-together pace, and it does seem that we have our first amount of time on this oddball. Deuce is going to take some damage. We're going to have a little bit of a numbers disadvantage for a little while, but we do get the pick across the map. We're gonna find the Bulldog fight, leaving that player 1 HP, but the cleanup seems to come through. The oddball gets played bottom A hologram, and it is gonna be 3 down for Loud Whine. That means the scales are gonna be tilted again. The fight's gonna shift middle for Rockets, and I'm Just Casual's going to pick them up again, but lose them. And it's gonna be Stressed, who has 2 Rockets to work with.
Yeah, just a little bit of a cursed rocket scenario for Casual. Doesn't seem to be going his way at this moment, but still an important play to make it as Loud Whine pick up the Rockets. I believe 2 are still in there as they're pushing in, and they have Flippers down trapped here in PD. As Ducio, trying to finish off the kill, gets the wingman. 4 down for Flippers down. Rockets with 1 more shot in the top of A here, and they have the setup with the hold here, so we could see them take the lead here with the setup.
Round 2 means that, you know, this could be everything for the side of Flippers down. They could finish the series here if they could send us to a round 3 and take that round 3, or this could be Loud Whine's chance to reverse sweep and actually give Flippers down their first loss of the season. And if I was Flippers down, I'd be a little pissed off if in the finals I got that reverse swept there. I don't know how to feel if that would be me in that case, but as I say, that Loud Whine does get themselves 10 points away from tying up this game.
Yeah, for sure. If you're having an undefeated season and your only yellows in the championship, that's definitely a sour taste to kind of move into season 10 with. But Flippers down, kind of just going back and forth here with Loud Whine. It's kind of more of a scrappy oddball round 2. You know, both teams kind of getting like maybe 5 to 10 seconds at it with it at best, as we have Rockets on timer, and you know Casual's definitely got the timer clock running in his head.
Everybody just keeps falling. As soon as I have something to say, everybody just keeps seeing the respawn screen, and Stress is going to put a few more seconds on the oddball. Rockets are going to be up in 1 second. It does seem that Super Piggy and D-Lac are fighting for those Rockets. I'm not sure who picked him up. It might be Super Piggy. Super Piggy seems to fire off a rocket that takes down 2 players. A full team wipe onto Flippers down means that Loud Whine is going to tie up this oddball game and take the lead and put themselves in a very, very good position to possibly take this second round of oddball.
Yeah, we've seen the great teamwork from Loud Whine throughout all of these matches, but we've on Streets here in particular, we've seen them kind of do that on switch with the aggro. So they've just been aggro and with teamwork and team shots coming in at the same time. So it's kind of like they finally have really clicked here on Streets, and it's been a difficult matchup for Flippers down, who's kind of facing the first adversity of the season for him right now.
Yeah, I feel like this is exactly the matchup that Flippers down have needed the entire season to really take them out, but it is Loud Whine who brings themselves 5 points away from ringing out this round. 1 point is left, and Loud Whine does end up taking game 4. Oddball on Streets, and Flippers down momentum come through and see what's going to give us that boost in game to see who wins the series.
Yeah, and we'll see if Flippers down will play with that super aggro style they had in the last Slayer. You know, I don't know if they kind of got a little bit of shell shock, you know, with the potential of a reverse sweep on the horizon. And so I'm curious to see if they're going to be holding forward and coming at Loud Whine, or if Loud Whine has officially made a statement here and kind of backed them down.
And as you say that, I mean, Flippers down does exactly what you thought they were, and it come to mow down. They said, let the bodies hit the floor, and they took 3 down for Loud Whine. Now it's a 4-point game on the side of Flippers down, but it's only 2 points of a difference between the kills here. And as we rotate in and out, we're going to try to rotate to find some information, possibly find the damage, but Flippers down does have an early on lead. It's still just anybody's game, and it is going to be the last one for the season.
Yeah, and Super Piggy here making some really great plays, just laying down some damage there, picking up the assist. He's kind of essentially waiting for Flippers down to kind of make that push, and he's kind of setting his bear trap out there for them. And as soon as they come into the arena, you know, he's popping damage off. As you can see here, he's got the angle on that push from planters that Flippers down was trying to do.
They're doing a very good job of keeping this at that 1-point game. Now tying it up. It is close. It is that back and forth like we have seen the entire series, but Poldak is going to try and get some damage, gonna trade out with D-Lag here. Both of the top of the leaderboard is gonna trade out, but it is gonna be 3 down for Flippers down. It's still a 1-point game. We've kind of trapped ourselves on one side of the map. We need to, you know, push out, which is exactly what we're doing right now. And it is going to be Loud Whine trying to go for a flank onto these 2 top mid teammates, but it's going to be a quick thinking to turn around, take out that player. It's going to be a trade situation, 3-3-3 on the map here, as it's just a 2-point game.
Yeah, just a 2-point game, and you know, you basically predicted it there, where you said it's going to be maybe the 20 or 30 kill mark, and so we kind of have a clear front runner for who's going to come out on top here on the Slayer. Both sides going back and forth. You know, Flippers down. They, looks as if we may have run into an issue.
We maybe have run into an issue, maybe not, but we do see that we are betraying our teammates. We do seem to have a lag out on the side of Flippers down. How convenient! I'm just kidding. And we're back. We have a resolution. We have come to the conclusion that your blue team, which is your Flippers down, they do need 41 and Loud Whine does need 40. So we are going to get down to business and we're going to go right into our game here. A double kill right off the back for Ducio, but it doesn't really amount to much as it's still tied and 3 were down for Loud Whine.
Yeah, just like we saw before the crash, both teams back and forth, tied 3-3 here to start. And yeah, they still basically only have a 1-point difference in terms of the totals they need to get to. And I'm just casual here, looking to control a little bit of the map here, get some angles and some crosses, but he doesn't pick up the enemy underneath there in P1. And I'm curious to see if Flipper's down. You know, it's kind of a weird reset here. If Flipper's down is going to be playing the full aggro card here, trying to go at him here, kind of catch him off guard, because, you know, everybody got a little iced on the crash a little bit.
Yeah, they're already, you know, you can already tell Flippers down is possibly already a little pissed off. A little bit of a crash is definitely going to put a damper in the mood even further. And then Loud Whine, with the momentum that they had, it could be dampened. So a crash could be detrimental to either side, or it could be, you know, a little beneficial to either side. Who knows? You never really know. And right now, Flippers down is continuing that lead. They do still need that 41 to 40 kill difference there to take this game, as we are in that reset. This is the last game of our series, the last game of our chumps here for the side of Contender Mixed here, and Loud Whine and Flippers down are battling out to see who takes it, and right now Flippers down seems to be that final boss.
Yeah, Flippers down right now, just pushing the pace here, cleaning up kills in the back. 3 go down for Loud Whine, 1 straggler in the back, killing spree for Rook, as he's 5-1. He's already cooking. He wasn't iced by the crash. You know, he was probably playing a little bit of warm up in between. I don't know, but he's definitely feeling it at this moment.
Definitely, and you know, the QT spawns up, and you know, it's a little sad watching not very many people play for it. It does seem now that the QT's there and not camo anymore, the top middle of the map just seems kind of pointless. You don't really see a lot of people spending their time to get there. You find the sides more where people will be, and right now it is still going to be a fight for the lead, not really a fight for mid-map positions. It does seem that both teams seem to be applying pressure, and then if they take numbers, reapplying pressure somewhere else, and it's just a back and forth of who gets the pick. And right now it is going to be Flippers down who continuously keeps taking down Loud Whine in numbers and continue their lead here.
Yeah, not too many power weapons to really make a huge splash here on Aquarius. It's just going to come down to that team fire, your 1v1s, the pivotal battles, you know, who gets away and avoids that shot and, you know, saves an extra life here. But for Flippers down, you know, it seems as if they might have that trophy already manifesting before them, as they take a 22-10 lead. Pretty commanding here, as they only need about 20 more kills to be crowned the chumps.
20 more kills, and I'm going for the thrills. I'm nervous, to be honest. That's what I do when I'm nervous, as I start singing. Actually, I just kind of sing everything, but that's what we need. We're in the chumps. We should be hype. As my duo Pure Delight would say, there should be passion, and then that's exactly what's happening. Loud Whine does find themselves getting a pick onto 3, Flippers down, getting themselves some kills on the board. But Loud Whine needs to have a few more picks like that to get Flippers down out of their comfort zone, out from underneath their little security blanket here. But they do find a pick onto 2, 17 to 23 at the moment. But it is a trade across the map that allows a little bit more of a leeway for that fight situation across the map. A kill does come through from Alfwin, and it's 24 to 18. Stressing the respawn screen is a numbers disadvantage for Loud Whine, and we need to see a little bit more of a brick wall waterfall. Loud Whine needs to play together to keep themselves in this game.
Yeah, a little bit of a battle cry there. I think you might have gotten Loud Whine a little hyped up there as they're kind of closing in now. They're only down by 5 kills, which is an impressive comeback because it seemed like it was kind of a snowball that was basically rolling past them, taking them away. So quite more resilience from Loud Whine, and we've seen it throughout every match tonight.
Yeah, we want to see that passion come through. Loud Whine's going to have all 3 of you in that yellow utility. We're going to rotate out to grab that thruster, and it's going to be Rook who sees the bad end of the respawn screen. Super Piggy finding themselves some damage and then a kill. I'm Just Casual is going to find some damage but be left one shot. Super Piggy's going to play his life and find a way out of this situation. Picks up thruster, picks up stickies. I'm Just Casual stays alive, rotates back to the teammates as they are going to be in that blue utility, and now it is going to be Super Piggy who has that good spot, that good positioning, but it is going to be Flippers down who still has the lead. A perfect out of Super Piggy onto Alfwin, and hopefully now onto Rook for the double kill means that we're getting closer and closer to possibly tying up this game, Manny.
Yeah, what a heck of a play from Super Piggy there, basically winning those 2 battles. Great use of the thruster to get the double kill, and then gets the beat down to pick up the 3rd one with the assist. And yeah, that's kind of the tempo change that's really happened here. Loud Whine saying, we're not backing down here. We're trying to get this reverse sweep. We're trying to get the championship, and we're trying to show you that we're not scared of you and Slayer.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to show any fear, but there might be a little bit of fear, especially when you know that your enemy team, like Flippers down, is 8-0 in the series. You want to make it hurt just a little bit. You know, everybody likes a little bit of a roughness to their play style, if you know what I'm saying, but it's still a 5-point game, and Flippers down still has the lead, has a little bit of a leeway to work with. We do have some cross-map damage coming through from Alfwin onto those fridge players. Super Piggy's going to try to take a good advantage point up here, which is going to be top yellow base. We do find a pick, 2 down for Flippers down. It's still just a 5-point game, but it's getting closer and closer to end game. We're going to have to start making smarter decisions and work off of one another.
Yeah, and Loud Whine does only need to get to 40 though, so while Flippers down needs 3 more kills, Loud Whine needs 6 to get the dub. And kind of creeping out here into the middle of the map at Planters as Flippers down has the car side. Who's going to make the first move here to kind of break the ice as they start to push in the jump up? They get the pick off. They have a 1-shot underneath there in car 1, and the Flippers down players they're open. They're getting damage laid down into them. A QT, oh my gosh. Quite back and forth already.
QT to nowhere says, hey, where are you going? To the respawn screen, that's where you're going. And right now it is that dangerous sight to see, as it is a 4-point game. It's no longer just 5. We do need to see Flippers down with 1 more kill on the board, and it is going to be Ducio on that final kill, which means that Flippers down has taken the lead and has won this game, and we are now just waiting for them to end this game. A big shout out to Flippers down for being your champions.
Yeah, congratulations, Flippers down. You know, they kind of were, yeah, getting a little bit of the reverse sweep scaries there towards the end.